Hello, you beautiful creatures from Dublin, Ireland. I'll be back tomorrow. I had an absolutely great vacation, and I just wanted to put something quick up about things to expect in the future as we move closer to the election. First things first, people were upset that I didn't shuffle the cards, show you the shuffling, just in case there's some mass conspiracy and I'm secretly manipulating cards. I'm on vacation and I'm not really set up for that. So I just snap pictures and then put it up that way. No one's manipulating cards. I live on planet Earth. And those were the cards. The cards were actually not black and white for Harris and Trump. They actually suggested that both candidates had good and bad things, and both were vulnerable. And I think the election is still, to some extent, up for grabs. I've always said that the Democrats should not get comfortable and that Trump could still win. I know people like Professor Lichtman is very optimistic, but I think that's before the power of Twitter, X, and billions of dollars being put behind Trump. So again, I don't think that we should get comfortable. I will say as a remote viewer that I felt as Trump exhausted and I felt like giving up. I felt like my family wasn't there for me. I felt bitter and disillusioned by the fact that so many people who I had helped, including my own family, had basically bailed on me. And I think that makes it hard for me as Trump to be enthusiastic. It made me feel like, to some extent, I had quiet quit. I was kind of running through the motions, so to speak. He does have support from people. He does have a team of people helping him. He has big money behind him. That's true. But I don't feel his health is anywhere near what it was in 2016. This is 8 years later, and as we age, the older we get, the faster we age. And so that's something that has to be taken into consideration. The thing I wanted to talk about has to do with the energy moving forward between now and November 5th, where I have a concern about riots and major rioting taking place globally and certainly in the United States. Now, whether or not X and Twitter is partly responsible for that, it's possible. But it's also possible that the money is getting traced back to Iran and also Russia. So expect to see an increase in civil unrest. And some of the civil unrest could be really scary acts of rioting and civil unrest propagated by agitators, progressive agitators with money linked back to Iran, etc. But we're looking at rising tensions and protest in major cities, and I hope that the current administration is aware of what's coming and will not wait until it's a powder keg. Because I can tell you, based on this energy, there's a real possibility that we could be seeing extreme protest and extremely violent, aggressive civil unrest in major cities. I would focus on civil unrest in the Midwest, trying to destabilize those states that are part of the swing states. But also I saw civil unrest in California. It's going to be interesting to see. It was scary. It was a scary dream I had. people smashing cars, people rioting in the streets, people afraid for their safety because of this massive protest that were happening, mobs of violent, angry people. So I hope we're all aware of that and that we can do what we can to avoid it. But it looks like something could happen that causes this kind of aggressive rioting to happen in the United States, and it looks like it's going to be an attempt to destabilize things prior to the election. So that's something that unfortunately we're going to have to look forward to. And I think that's all I have for you today. I'll be back in less than, 24 hours? Hopefully, a little more than 24 hours, I'll be back in the States. If you're trying to get a reading with me, or if you need to see me as a physician, you can find the information below. Be kind to all, so that all will be kind to you too. We'll see you next time, and God bless.